With a world full of unique beings, it is inevitable that people who are great will emerge. Today, we are in the heart of England, in a little city called Derby in the East Midlands, and we are looking for an inspirational icon that is known locally as Apostle Patrick Dawkins.
I don't know what you're facing, some of you, but some of you just to get a break, some of you just to get a breakthrough in something, you've got to say, I'm going to arise, I'm going to arise, I'm going to arise, I'm going to arise, I'm going to arise.
Patrick Paul Dawkins started his life here in this 3-bedroom terrace house on Derby Lane. When he arrived, he had greatness built into his destiny, although the path that he would take to get there was not anticipated.
Well, my childhood growing up was great for me, because obviously I came from a good home, a good family, good mum and dad, brothers and sisters, quite a happy home. Growing up, obviously, I had my other challenges, which was one of them was basically couldn't stand school at all, hated it with a passion, glad when I left. But other than that, my time at home and everything was great. At a young age, about around 14, 15, I got involved with the wrong kind of group and then ended up on drugs. So basically it was a downward spiral for the first couple of years of my teenage life, basically, so it wasn't really great. The things that was instilled in me as a child from my parents, because obviously our home life was a great life, basically, I didn't really struggle for anything, but one of the things that I was taught was always to acknowledge God, and I think it all started a new chapter of my life when I was really kind of fed up with the things that was taking place in my life, not really going anywhere, trying to do the best that I could, but I couldn't do it. And one day I found an old Gideon Bible, which was given to me when we left school, and started to read a bit on that, and that really kind of started to encourage me to kind of get my life in order.
It did affect the whole family, stressful, and we all worked together to see what could do. As a child, he was just a normal child like anyone else, growing up with a chatterbox. To know that your child and, go down that thing, why? You see, it was very stressful and, but to cope.
It was very worrying, isn't it, to have your son, and when you realize that he hooked on drugs. It wasn't a very pleasant feeling for that situation, but as we always believe in God and we trust that God would deliver him, and by really doing so, God delivered him. Well, I'm feeling very happy, and to know that he turned his life around, and we can say it's all because of Christ. As the Bible says, not I that live, but the Christ that live in us. We can say thank God that his grace, as he says that his grace is sufficient. We can say thank God his grace abide forever. Well, the greatest thing for me to see is that he fulfilled his dream, his vision, that God called him to do a work. And that's what I would like to see him fulfill. Complete his task, fight the good fight of faith, and do what God called him to do.
Relief that the situation is not there anymore. I'm very proud of him that his life turned around.
Well, I met Patrick at a very early age. We used to go on to Normanton Park, where the guys used to play football, all that kind of stuff. But Patrick used to get up to things which I didn't really agree with, smoking weed and all that kind of stuff. Quite a likeable chap. But then I met him a few years later, and there was a definite change in his character and his whole persona.